Hello. I'm running a little late. Anybody gonna get on? Anybody? I don't have a drink again tonight. Dang it. Hello, hello. Anybody? Hello. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Hello, hello. Hello. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Hello, hello. I don't take co-hosts, sorry. This is a one-woman show. Hello, hello. Oh, let me make sure my... Okay. There. I didn't want to hit something and end up in that little box again. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. Not sure who did that. Oh, my hands are so dry. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Anybody gonna talk to me tonight? If you're not familiar, my name is Renee. I'm from South Dakota. Welcome. Gonna let the numbers climb a little bit here for a few minutes and then I'll get started. But if you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Hello? Nobody wants to talk to me tonight. Aw, thank you for the badge. Pickleball, where are you from? Hi, I'm Amy from Michigan. Hi, Amy, welcome. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that, Pickleball. Do you have a name and where you're from? Thank you for the likes, Amy. Kimberly, thank you for the badge. Thank you for the follow. Savannah, Georgia, welcome. Thank you for the follow, Amy. Tony, my ex-wife Carol texted me heading home. Love you. Was that an accident or on purpose? I'm not sure. Give me one sec. By this time of night, guys, my brain's a little frazzled. My ex-wife Carol texted me heading home. Love you. Was that on accident? Well, I'll just say, I'm just going to put it out there. I don't believe in coincidences, so I don't know if that helps you. Kimberly from Asheville, North Carolina, welcome. Jim from Everett, Washington. I love Washington, especially that area. Jim, thank you for the badge. You also work with her. Well, I don't believe in coincidences, so if she texted you that, there's no coincidence. Take that for what it's worth. Thank you for sharing the live. Kimberly, I appreciate that so much. Donna, thank you for the badge. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Thank you for the share. It looks like our numbers are up there, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm already running a lot late tonight. Like I said, if you're not familiar, my name is Renee. I'm from South Dakota. Welcome. Keep hitting that like button, guys. It really does help me out a lot. If you're new here, I started my TikTok a little over a year ago. I started it because on September 14th of 2023, if you're unaware, for TikTok purposes, my husband unalived himself. And that's when I discovered that I had these abilities to talk to my guides. And they slowly breadcrumbed me to my purpose, which is to thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the badge. I discovered my purpose in life is that I had to go through all of this loss and trauma that I've went through so I can help other people. So my page is your page. I only have 2 rules here. I just ask that you be kind. We always be kind. The other rule is we don't talk politics. There's a million other pages out there for that, and my page just isn't one of them. Thank you for the hearts, Kimberly. Appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. And so I always just like to say, I am where I am on my journey of life, and you are where you are on your journey of life. And none of us are going to agree on everything. And so we agree to disagree here. And so if you can't do that, I just ask that you hop off and keep scrolling also. So when I go live at night, thank you for the badge. I appreciate that. Do you have a name and where you're from? So when I go live at night, my guides give me the topic usually, unless we're just chatting. What a beautiful journey of twists and turns, right? Yeah, my husband and I were together for 32 years, if you're not familiar. And my whole world of 32 years imploded. Nothing that resembles my life resembles it now, except for my kids in my apartment and my grandkids. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for keep sharing that, Kimberly. I appreciate that so much. And so my guides give me the topic, unless sometimes we just chat. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know I repeat myself a lot. I kind of have to, because I have new people on here all the time. So, and they must also. Well, we do, because we constantly have a different flow of people here. So we do repeat ourselves a lot. But thanks for sharing. Thank you for the badge. So tonight's topic is, we're going to talk about, are you showing up for you? So if you're just hopping, of course you understand. Okay, I'm glad that you understand. So tonight's topic is, are you showing up for you? We're going to talk about what does showing up for you look like? I also forgot to say that we are not shy here, so continue to make comments, and you're never interrupting me. Sometimes your comments don't come through because they like to filter them, even though I have all the filters off. They let the trolls come through, but never comments that need to come through. Not again. Trolls. Post Malone. Hi, Wayne. Thank you for the badge. I appreciate that. Sorry, guys. I was just trying to read what was being said there. So what does it look like to show up for you? Does anybody got anything they want to throw out there at me? This is very much a interactive page. You interact with me. I interact with you. I'm going to read what my guides give me. So what does it look like? Self-care and realizing that it's never too late to invest in you. Do you love you? Healing your traumas. Saying no and not worrying about having an explanation. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. If you're not familiar, my name is Renee and I'm from South Dakota. Welcome. Anybody? Nobody's going to talk to me tonight? Or you are and they're just not letting it come through? Okay, so let's start with, do you love you? Right? Julie from Wisconsin, welcome. Glad to have you here. Is it Kristen from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? Welcome. Glad to have you. So tonight, if you're just hopping on, we're talking about, are you showing up for you? And what does that look like? No. Is it Sue, and where are you from? No, you don't love yourself, or no, you're not showing up for yourself, or no for all of the above. B-Stacks, do you have a name and where you're from? I love me to the fullest. Like Christine. Okay. I never know because I have two friends. One's Christine and one's Kristen. So I apologize. You love you to the fullest. That's amazing. That's good. It took me almost 50 years of my life to love me. Houston, Texas. Welcome. Nope, not for all. Keep elaborating, Sue, for me, because it's hard to keep up with the chat and know exactly what everybody's meaning. Texas, the Dallas area. Been there several times. Years and years ago. Went there for Mary Kay. A couple times. Learning too. Okay. Show up for yourself and love yourself, I'm assuming. Okay. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Yes. Okay. So, you're 62. Okay, well, my guy I literally just put this in there before I went live. I heard it's never too late to invest in yourself, which means to learn to love yourself, to give yourself self-care, and just to show up for yourself, right? 44. So it's never too late, ladies. It's never too late, right? I learned to love myself at 49. So it's never too late. And it's never too late to learn to invest in yourself either. So, what does that mean? Saying no with no explanations. No more people pleasing. Healing your traumas. Ending or stopping toxic relationships. Anybody got anything they want to add to that? Aw, thank you for the rose. Is it Kylie? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sorry, I missed a bunch of the chat here real quick. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You show up for everyone, but let me guess, except for you, right? Been there, done that. What made you start loving yourself? Well, B-Stacks, if you missed the very beginning, I lost my husband a year and a half ago. It's hard when it's family. I understand that too. That's where saying no with no explanation and stop people pleasing comes into it. I found my strong self at 6 years and I'm 67 on the 30th of May. Oh, well, good job. I'm happy for you. So B-Stacks, so my husband checked out on me after 32 years. It's September of 23. I was already on a self-healing journey, self-love journey. And then I basically just deep dived into myself and started healing. I needed to heal because I just lost him. My whole life of 32 years imploded. And so yeah, I just started working on me, right? And the more I worked on me, the more I loved me. Sorry guys, I'm missing some chat. 67, you can't be. So if you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. If you're not familiar, my name is Renee. I'm from South Dakota. And if you're just hopping on, we're talking. If you're not familiar, my name is Renee. I'm from South Dakota. And if you're just hopping on, we're talking about showing up for you. So what are ways that you can show up for yourself? I just listed a couple. Oh, my cats are fighting. Sorry. Either my cats are fighting or my cat's doing its cat call. No, he checked out of life without me. Itty bitty. Sorry, my boy cat picks on my girl cat. So, yeah, he checked out. 32 years. We were married 30, together for 32. Yeah. Sorry, I was just looking to see if I missed anything here. I'm hoping I'm not missing comments. They always hide comments from me, so, and I have all my filters off. They don't hide the troll comments, just comments that I'm waiting for. Come here, Chloe. My girl cat gets up here like I'm frazzled. Get him away from me. Okay, so I'm going to keep moving, and you guys got something, just throw it out there. You're never interrupting me. My page is your page as long as you're kind. That's all I ask. So we talked a little bit about loving yourself. We're going to talk a little bit about self-care, what that entails. Sue, thank you for the badge. I appreciate that, and the likes. So showing up for you. Not only loving yourself, but showing yourself love, right? That's hugely important. And how can we do that? For me, I take, just about every day I take a hot bath. That's self-care for me. Sometimes I sit and I do my nails. It's different for everybody, right? How did you take your husband passing away? in the beginning, not well. I was ready to, how do I say this carefully because I don't want to get kicked off my life. I wasn't sure I was going to stay on the planet. I'm just going to put it that way. And then my daughter, one of my daughters said to me one day, was my light bulb moment. My youngest daughter said to me, she said, "Mom, you understand your life is worth living too, right?" And you have to understand, I wasn't showing up for me, right? I was showing up as a mother. I was showing up as a wife. I was showing up as everything else in the world, right? A friend, whatever it may be. But when it came to me, I wasn't showing up. And so when my husband checked out, I was completely codependent on my husband. And I didn't even, everybody kept saying, just, keep moving forward, keep taking steps forward. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Like when he left, I literally couldn't breathe. Okay. At the time we were living in our camper because of a job that my husband was doing. And I literally basically locked myself in my camper for a week until I could learn to wrap my brain around what had happened. And then I still couldn't. And like I said, I still wasn't sure that I was going to on the planet. Right. And then my daughter said that, and that was my light bulb moment. And if you're not familiar with my story, my husband didn't leave me in a great spot financially. So therapy was out. And I'm the circle that don't fit in the square, the unique girl. And so I knew that group therapy wasn't going to work for me either. And I'm like, okay, so if I'm going to stay on this planet, I have to figure out a way to heal myself. And so I just started to deep dive into meditation, where then I discovered that I have abilities to talk to my guides, who then slowly breadcrumbed me to my purpose, because I was getting breadcrumbs that I needed to figure out my purpose in life, that somehow my husband's passing was led to my purpose. And then that led me to here. So hopefully I didn't miss a bunch. Sorry, guys. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Okay. Phil, welcome. Glad to have you here. Thank you for all the likes, guys. And so, yeah, so I wasn't showing up for me either, right? And so that's part of my purpose in life, is to help others through their loss, to help uplift others, to show people how to take those first steps when you lose somebody and you're just completely lost, right? So that's why I'm here. Washington State, Jerry, welcome. Love Washington State. I love the Pacific Northwest. I can't wait to go back. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate that so much. Does anybody else have anything else they want to add or questions? Anybody? Like I said, don't be shy. We're not shy here. Just know that if you talk to me, I will ask you questions. So we talked a little bit about self-care. No more people pleasing, right? Now you think, how does that show up for me? One, you're not showing up for yourself if you're too busy over here people pleasing and not worrying about yourself, right? And so what does that look like? That looks like learning to, it's kind of all connected, learning how to heal your traumas, which then helps you learn to love yourself, which then when you love yourself, one, you don't need anybody's validation anymore, which then you don't people please anymore, or you have a tendency to not people please anymore because you now no longer need that validation that you're getting from people pleasing, right? So it's kind of all linked together. Ending or stopping relationships. Okay, now I'm not telling you to get a divorce. I'm not telling you to do any of that. That's not all what I'm saying. Sometimes people that are in our life are toxic and they slow down our progress, right? Say we want to learn to love ourselves and they're telling us that we're worthless. Maybe that's not a person we should hang around. Or if you have no choice, maybe we should limit how much we hang around that person, right? So, like I said, it's kind of all linked together. I'm a people pleaser. I love helping others. And I love helping others too. I'm very empathic. I'm an empath. I don't know if you know what that is. But there's a difference between helping people. Thank you for the badge, Wayne. I appreciate that. Helping people but having a limit. Does that make sense? I'm trying to find the right words. I apologize. By this time of night, my brain's a little frazzled sometimes. So we can still help people, but not at the detriment of ourselves. Does that make sense? So if it's making you feel like crap, like, let me just give you an example. Okay, I'll tell you a story. So I used to be highly involved in church. Okay. I'm more of a spiritual person now. We always agree to disagree here. Just know that, right? So I'm not telling anybody how you have to believe. This is just me. But I was very, very heavily involved in church. And I literally got to the point, and I thought I was doing it for a relationship with the Creator. And come to find out, I have a better relationship now that I've stepped back from all of that. I have a one-on-one relationship with the Creator that I always thought I wanted. And I thought the more involved I would be, the more I would have a relationship. And all it did was make me miserable, right? I would literally be going to church in the car and I would cry from my house to church, okay? Because I thought I had to do all of this stuff to make other people happy, to make the church happy, to make God happy, the Creator, whatever it is that you believe, right? And I would literally, I started to be angry and frustrated and, like I said, and upset. And it's like, was it worth it to, am I really helping people for the right reasons? If I'm upset, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, and I'm crying in the car on the way to do it. If I'm upset, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, and I'm crying in the car on the way to do it, probably not, right? So, like I said, there's a fine line there between how can I help somebody, but not at the detriment of myself, okay? Does that make sense? So if you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. If you're not familiar, my name is Renee and I'm from South Dakota. Welcome. Okay, so let's see. So then let's talk about the next thing would be also learning to say no and not having to give an explanation, just being able to say no. And like I said, once you learn to love yourself, then that kind of all comes together because like I said, you're just like, you learn to love yourself. You have confidence in yourself. You can just be like, somebody says, hey, can you help me? No. And you don't feel guilty. You don't feel like you have to give them an explanation. You no longer need that validation from them because you love yourself and you have confidence in yourself. So it kind of all ties together. Sounds like epiphany. Yeah. Right? Exactly. So the next thing is healing traumas, right? And so sometimes we got to go back, and we talk about this all the time. And I hate to be a broken record, as Post Malone always seems to remind me at the beginning here. But unfortunately, everything is tied together, right? And so if you don't love yourself and you need that validation, then you can't be there for yourself. And so why don't you love yourself? Or do you not feel worthy? All of those things stem from something, right? And so you have to go back and heal that. And once you walk through that's what I call the storm, right? Sit in it, deal with it, release it. Then you can move forward. Is that making sense? I'm not seeing very many comments. So either I'm not getting any or they're not showing any. I don't know which. Wayne, am I missing any comments that you've seen? If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Absolutely. A lot of sense. Good. Glad. Okay, so while I'm waiting for somebody else, if anybody else got anything else they want to add or comment to that, while I'm waiting, I have to do my little plug or my guides get upset with me. So if you're new here, I have a YouTube channel, and that's under Scorpio Medium. I'm also a medium if you're not familiar. And so if you're not a subscriber, I would love it if you were a subscriber. It's Scorpio Medium. And if you look in my bio here and in my bio over there, if you're interested in booking a channeling session with somebody who's crossed over, you can do that through my email. I am live here Sunday through Wednesday between 7 and 8 o'clock Mountain Time. The last couple nights I've been late. Usually I'm closer to 7. Lately it's been 7:30, quarter to 8. I apologize. And as of Thursday, I'm going to start going live on my YouTube channel. I'm going to try. We'll see how it goes. I have a lot of subscribers over there that aren't on my TikTok or aren't on TikTok. And so I'm going to try to start doing some lives over there for those guys. So that's pretty much my spiel. Does anybody else have anything else they want to add or talk about? It's just going to probably be a real short live tonight, guys. Unless somebody else has got anything else they want to add or anything. Anybody else got anything they need to vent about? How was everybody's day? It was a beautiful day here. I had the work car, so I was able to get out and enjoy some of the day. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope to see you again. If nobody else has anything else they want to add tonight, we're just going to make this a really, really short live. Anybody going once? Going twice? Anybody? All right. Well, then I'm going to say thank you so very much for all of the hearts, all of the likes, all of the roses, just all of the love that you guys give me. I appreciate that so very, very much. I hope you all have a great night. Remember to make tomorrow great because it is a choice. And on that note, I'm going to say until we meet again.